Lakers had an early 7-point lead. There's Wallace tipping it to himself. Great body control, kept it inbounds. His huge hands. Able to pot. And now Detroit tries to cash it. Wallace. Wow. (44-34). The lead is double digits. Jackson not calling a timeout. Phil believes in conflict resolution. They got a lot to resolve right now. And Kobe got blocked and fouled.
And boy, I tell you, that was close. That was real close. Because Mike James almost got there and slid up under Kobe. You watch his foot and see if he was still moving at the very end. He was. That was an excellent call. But boy, that was close. I think if Mike James didn't try to draw the contact himself, he would have had a charge.
Bryant now 5 out of 6 from the free throw line. Drops them both. Pistons up by 8. Fox picks up Prince in backcourt. James way outside. He provided a big spark for them in just a very short period of time late in the first half the other night. Okur. Mehmet Okur.
And Medvedinko right now, even though he's giving them some offense, is a defensive liability for this Laker basketball team. He's getting scored on from all angles.
And the call here on the Lakers. That's on Shaquille, so that's his third. He picked up 2 early ones. Third one here away from the ball.
And so now we have a crisis time right now for the Los Angeles Lakers. They have 3:36. They're down 10 points, and they probably will not see Shaq the rest of this half. This is key.
Jackson left O'Neal in the last game of the Minnesota series, the conference finals, and he picked up a 4th foul in the first quarter. From the corner, in and out from Prince. Medvedinko gets the rebound. So O'Neal on the bench. Malone in street clothes. Fox posting Prince. Turnaround off the glass, and Rick banks it home to make it an 8-point game.
And Rick Fox has been begging to play. You know, one of the points he made, it was pretty interesting. He said, hey, everybody else is playing injured. I would like to play injured also. And, you know, when a player like him asks to come in, it's pretty smart that you see Phil Jackson plug him in.
Wow. We're looking every which way. Coffee safe, water safe. But the Lakers are in danger. Pistons lead by 8. Verizon Wireless halftime report. Look at Ben Wallace going right by Medvedinko. Putting one in from about 10 feet. And what Ben likes to do before the game, as we know, Doc, is take the big ball, take a bigger ball and try to make baskets with it. It's kind of like being out on the putting green. You know, you have those tiny little holes.
I knew where you were going.
Of course. Well, we share the same
no
love.
doubt. Same passion. You know, it's funny, too, because that ball was really invented for ball handling. Ben Wallace has turned it into a shooting gimmick, which some guys do use it for that, and it's really paid off for him.
It's working tonight, and there he is again. Big ball, small ball, and that was after they had about half of the 24-second clock to work with on the inbound. 10-point lead. Phil Jackson was telling us earlier today one of the things the Lakers had to do was hold their turnovers to 8 or less. The Lakers have already turned the ball over 9 times in the first half.
And the reason he's saying that is because he says that they played pretty good defense in half court. What they can't do is give Detroit easy buckets, and that's exactly what they've done.
Cook gets doubled in the corner. Nowhere to go with it. 4 on the shot clock. Out to Rush. He's got to shoot. He does at the horn and makes it. Kareem Rush, who was so big in the clinching game against Minnesota, with 6 3-pointers.
Boy, that was a huge bucket, and it was amazing how unrushed Rush was. Did that make sense?
Perfect. Doc, that's why you can't coach. You got to come back here next year. From the corner, a 3-pointer for Okur. Big answer's big. Bryant. Back to Cook. 1.5 minutes to go in the period.
Well, there is no spacing right now for the Lakers.
And Kobe has the line drive one over Okur and Prince.
I mean, their spacing was so bad. You know, the difference in the first half right now is it looks like the Detroit Pistons offense is executing to a T. And right now the Lakers are scoring almost out of their offense.
Shot is short. Rebound keeps getting tipped. Winds up in the hands of Prince. He'll drive all the way. Brings the house down. The Pistons in this series just eating the Lakers up on the offensive glass.
And that's length and athleticism coming together at the same time on that last possession. The ball stayed up in the air, and they got both.
22nd Laker timeout.
Noticing the signs of thinning hair is bad enough. Then you find out there's
only on NBA TV.
Back in Detroit, 10-point lead for the Pistons. Al, this is what we're talking about. You know, a good drive, but watch, the ball stays up in the air. And if you're longer, quicker, and more athletic, usually you come up with the rebounds, and that's where the Pistons have taken advantage of the Lakers in this series.
Night after night, first time in this series, either team's had a 50-point first half. Bryant puts one up.
Well, I think the Pistons love when he settles. They love when he settles for that fadeaway jump shot, even though it is one of his staple shots. With Tayshaun Prince's length, they will take that shot all game.
Pistons eating up the Laker defense. Okur drives, softly puts it in. And they lead by 12 with Shaq on the bench, Malone and Sivvy. And a game away from elimination. Okur has 7. Medvedenko will drive to the basket and get fouled on his way to the hoop.
You know, in a perfect world, if you're Phil Jackson, you would have loved Medvedenko to back it out and take the final shot and just have a 4-second differential. But you can't pass up layups right now when you're down 12.
Third foul on Okur. Medvedenko makes the first. WNBA coming up Saturday. The Detroit Shock, they are the champions and owned by Bill Davidson, who's seeking this title. He has that title and the Stanley Cup. The Tampa Bay Sacramento is the opposition Saturday. ABC.
Well, I've heard of the Tiger Slam. I guess this would be the Davis Slam if he gets this.
Medvedenko trying to become the first Laker apart from O'Neal and Bryant to go into double figures, and that's a small consolation to Phil Jackson right now because his team is going to go into the locker room trailing in a season in which they were built to win this title.
And this year only.
Because it'll be a different team next year. And the Pistons right now trying to make it 12 points if they can. And James puts it up and doesn't have it. And there only a fraction of a second left on the clock. It's the largest halftime lead for either team in the series. So Detroit fell behind by 7 early. They put Shaq on the bench. They caught him. The lead seesawed a little bit, and now Detroit with a great run in the second quarter. They outscored the Lakers 30-21. And Detroit leads 55-45 at the half. We go to Stuart Scott.